Hi Capricorn, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a Celtic cross spread for you today. I've already cleared the energy of the cards and shuffled and pulled 10 cards. So these are your cards. It's a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. Always check your sun, moon, rising signs in case you have messages over there. So let me just place my camera down now. Just wanted to show you your spread first. So the first card that came out is the Five of Swords. This card represents your current situation, okay? The Five of Swords, this card is represented by Aquarius. So this card is about conflict. There's underhanded behavior. It's a card of bullying, intimidation, feeling hostility, stress. It could be a card of self-sabotaging behavior. There's disagreements, deception, self-sacrifice, loss, abandonment, betrayal, defeat, competition, destruction. Someone is walking away. Okay, it's a card of overcoming challenges, facing consequences, standing up for yourself, fighting back. It's a card of victory. There's a lack of communication. It's a card of sneakiness, winning at all costs. It's a card of change, unfair play, dishonor, destruction, disputes, arguments. Spirit is saying change is a part of life, and the more you resist it, the more difficult you make things for yourself, whether you need to change your self-care routines, your exercise habits, your self-limiting beliefs. Now is the time to address those things that are holding you back, okay? The Five of Swords talks about the double-edged nature of the sword. One edge signifies defeat, misfortune, betrayal, and loss. And the other suggests learning to accept the boundaries we all must face and live with. Fives are about adjustment, and this five indicates that you're adjusting to some kind of change brought on by distress or loss. It's an uncomfortable process, but a necessary one, okay? Again, a card of change. Then what's crossing you, or what's challenging you or your situation, is the Page of Cups, and it came out reverse, so extra protection from Spirit when it comes out reverse. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. The Page of Cups reversed represents an imbalance of emotions, emotional vulnerability, emotional immaturity, insecurity, being disappointed, doubting your intuition, being obsessed with image. It's a card of emotional vulnerability, immaturity, wounds. It could represent canceled social events, canceled engagement, a canceled proposal, receiving bad news, neglecting your inner child. It's a card of escapism, insecurity, creative blocks, vindictiveness, or attention seeking. This card, the Page of Cups reversed, shows a fishy situation, something you should look at carefully. If the card represents a person, deceit may be involved, flattery for gain, or secrecy in matters of the heart. Someone may be trying to seduce you and you're blinded to the falseness of their intentions, or you may be playing the role of seducer, toying with someone's emotions. If so, take care. You might get hurt yourself. And then your third card is the Emperor reversed. This is a major arcana. This card represents the basis of your situation or foundation, Aries energy. So this card represents a tyrant, someone who's domineering, rigid, stubborn, reckless, inflexible, excessively controlling. There's a lack of discipline, abuse of power, coldness, paternity issues, an absentee father, a lack of control or excessive control. You may be in conflict with the established order, either at your job or maybe with your family, a religion, or an ethnic group. Maybe you feel pressured to accept responsibilities you don't want or don't feel capable of handling. You may have recently experienced a loss of power, or you may lack the energy required to reach your goals. A need for more experience, drive, or improved health could be indicated here. Okay, then your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation, and you have the Page of Swords reversed, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is someone who's defensive. So, again, they're talking about receiving bad or disappointing news. This is a card of gossip, someone who's gossipy. It's a card of deceptions, manipulation, someone who's all talk, scatterbrained, cynical, sarcastic, rude, all talk, no action. This card represents someone who has their head in the clouds, is not speaking out, plays mind games. This page is having trouble getting it together. Although this young person is attractive and charming, eager, confident, clever, active, he isn't strictly on the right track. Could be a female too. This page could represent someone who is sponging off others, maybe their parents or friends, or it could indicate someone who is bad-tempered and capable of spiteful action. Insecurity lies at the root of this person's actions. Then your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life. Coming up very soon is the Ace of Wands. This is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. This is a card of new opportunities, creativity, change again, getting fired up, having a new lease on life, being inspired, having a new creative spark, a new initiative, a new passion. This card represents new beginnings, being bold or daring. It's a card of fertility, birth, conception. It's a card of receiving good news, physically starting something, accepting a challenge, getting in the game. It's a card of hope, action, growth, potential, security, spiritual inspiration. It's a card of travel. And I did some oracle cards yesterday, and for Capricorn, I believe you got opportunity. If you want to check that out on my posts section on my page here. This card could indicate the beginning of an enterprise, usually involving business, the arts, or finance. You have planted the seeds for a new birth, possibly a creative or money-making idea. You're now free from restraints that have hampered you in the past. You're able to express yourself successfully, take on a new role, or forge a new identity through your work. Okay, you're very creative. You have a lot of willpower, desire, and then the outcome that you desire most in your situation. You have another ace, the Ace of Swords. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So this card is all about making the correct decision, having a clarity, having a breakthrough. It's a card of hope again, beginnings and endings. It's a card of clear thinking, new ideas, success, being able to concentrate. It's a card of authority. So is the Emperor, but it came out reversed. Spirit is saying, strip away worn out ideas to reveal the truth at the heart of the matter. Never surrender. This is a card of intellectual ability, strength, going in a new direction, victory, conquest, communication, making new plans. It's a card of reason, justice. Justice is yours. A brand new lifestyle is beginning, and you've achieved this opportunity through willpower and making smart decisions. Prosperity, recognition, new development, especially spiritual growth, are sure to follow in the wake of your new direction in life. Again, this ace could signal a birth of an idea or enterprise. You're now in a position to manifest your intentions in a new way. This ace indicates a triumph over difficulties through the use of mental means or spiritual growth. It is emblematic of a major breakthrough. You are, And then your self-image card, how you see yourself. You have the Eight of Pentacles. It's shields in this deck. This is Virgo energy. So the Eight of Pentacles is a card of self-employment, or hard work, skill development, having the talent, the expertise, mastery, commitment. It's a card of rewards, ambition. It could represent a new job, building a business. It's a card of trade, reputation, craftsmanship, diligence, passion, having high standards. It's a card of financial security, job satisfaction, attention to detail, confidence, acquiring new skills, having the qualifications. It's a card of productivity. Your self-image card, how you see yourself. You're integrating old skills into a new form, or you're adding new skills. You've tried various means of making your living, and you are now finalizing how you want to use your personal resources to fulfill your needs and expand. Your sureness of purpose guarantees success. Your craftsmanship will be rewarded by increased income, opportunity, and respect. Okay? This is a card of the craftsperson. This is a card of craftsmanship and conscientious work. It suggests developing and applying your skills in a productive manner. You know what you want and how to go about achieving it. So if you're sincere and persevere, your efforts will succeed. A business or project will prosper as a result of refining your craft or improving your processes. A new venture brings success because you're training yourself intensively with a clear goal in mind. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, is the Eight of Swords. This card is represented by Gemini in the zodiac. This is a card of ignorance. It's a card of self-victimization, feeling trapped, entrapment, imprisonment, being silenced, restricted, victimized, paralyzed by fear, feeling powerless, helpless, ignorance, mistrust, anxiety, indecision, feeling pressured, feeling isolated from others, feeling trapped, backed into a corner, feeling hopeless. It's a card of consequences. This card most writers view this card, view this as an extremely negative card. It's a situation that causes great unhappiness, but you can change matters. The bad situation is temporary, okay? This card suggests that this card talks about denial, but you're conscious of the choices available, but you feel trapped, either unable or unwilling to choose, and feel stuck in a painful state. But Spirit's saying you are your own worst enemy, though, okay? But you can change the matter. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is the Queen of Swords, Libra energy. The Queen of Swords is someone who's honest, independent, principled, fair, self-reliant, open-minded, very perceptive, has repressed pain or sadness, could represent a mother, very strong, quirky, realistic, truthful, protective, communicative, intelligent, faithful, a warrior. This is either you or someone in your life, or it could represent a situation too. She could represent a single or independent man or woman with authority and power. She's someone with impressive intellectual or communicative abilities. She could be someone who has endured a painful loss, but she draws upon her willpower and experience to continue on her path. You may be going through a difficult experience, but it will open new opportunities for positive growth, okay? And this is especially true if an ace appears in a reading, which you did have a couple aces. And then your future, if all is to remain as is the Knight of Pentacles. So this can either be, again, you or someone in your life or a situation, Virgo energy. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very reliable, efficient, stoic, committed, patient, practical, loyal, persistent, defensive. This is someone who finishes what they've started. They're sensible, considerate, stable, responsible, respectful, stubborn, conservative, efficient, hardworking, responsible. working for this card represents someone who is working for what they want. They make their dreams and wishes come true. They're persistent. Slow and steady wins the race. You know that saying. This is someone with the spirit of adventure, but who is practical and materially minded. He's good at performing any task set for him, but is not likely to be a self-starter. This card could also suggest a situation involving arrivals and or departures. You may quit your job for a more lucrative one elsewhere, move to another locale for financial or work-related reasons, or experience other changes in your life relative to money, possessions, or security. Okay, so that is your reading, Capricorn. I hope this reading gave you some guidance or insight. If it did, if you could please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for allowing me to channel these messages today for you from Spirit. I will see you next time. Take good care. Bye.